subordinates not to cooperate.
All right, we live.
Perhaps they could have exonerated him. This itself, I suggest to you, is unprecedented. When President Nixon and Clinton were asked to hand over documents and allow officials to testify, ultimately both complied because it is the law. Such actions of the president can be taken as further evidence of his obstruction and abuse of power. It is, in and of itself, impeachable conduct.
Yeah! Hey, Shalom, Israel! Donald Trump impeached. We're gonna watch the words on what they were saying about it. We'll break it down for you too as well. Let you know what he's talking about, what's going on.
About the abuse of power in our republic. First, whether it is acceptable.
Take Ground Radio, I.S.U.P.K. 1 West on 25th Street, Harlem, New York.
Foreign interference in our elections. There is a difference as to whether he's done that, and the place to try that is in the United States Senate. But we believe strongly there is probable cause to conclude that.
Damn right.
To undermine our national security.
I see probable cause.
Of our elections.
You damn asshole.
Secondly, whether it is permissible for the president to obstruct Congress and act as if he is above the law and immune from constitutional oversight.
Right.
On December 4th, the Judiciary Committee heard the testimony of constitutional law experts who weighed in on these points. Some 1,500 historians have said the same thing. As Professor Noah Feldman said, if we cannot impeach a president who abuses his office for personal advantage, we no longer live in a democracy.
Right.
We live in a monarchy.
Right.
Or we live under a dictatorship.
Right. Turn that
Most
speaker
we're
on
about
down
to
there.
take concern the rule of law and our democracy itself. Let us not forget the words of John Locke, so influential to the founders of our republic. John Locke, millennia ago, said this: wherever law ends, tyranny begins.
I feel it was under tyranny because Donald Trump was tyrannical and all the United States government tyrannical.
As our founders intended, or
This
what
code for
we
me?
will accept
Correct.
that one person can be above the law.
I think you white people think y'all above the law.
As we've said over and over again,
We should impeach them too.
Right.
Is above, but only as long as we hold every person accountable for breaking the law, even the president.
Right.
Will that be true? If the House does not act, if we wait and delay, we run the risk of allowing the president's misconduct, if we believe it to be so, to be repeated at the expense of the integrity of our elections, our national security, and our constitutional system of separation of powers. Democrats did not choose this impeachment. We did not wish for it. We voted against it. We voted against it once. We voted against it twice. We voted against it 3 times as recently as July. We did not want this. However, President Trump's misconduct has forced our constitutional republic to protect itself. These votes that we are about to take and the process that will follow in the Senate are not only an assessment of the president's commitment to the Constitution or to his oath of office, it is as well a test of our own
Hey, Donald Trump was saying, I got the bikers, I got the this, I got the that. Call them up now, nigga.
Right.
Nevertheless,
And you know,
Republican members of this
think
House
about
and
it.
the Senate
he gonna have an army. You know what I'm saying?
the president.
All of them gonna want
Whose
to be
actions
side with him.
seem to many of us to
'Cause
be
he's the hero. He's their hero.
all of us.
Right.
He's the one to
Feel a
say the
sense of
things that they
loyalty
want to say,
to party.
but they don't have the platform to really
It's what
say it
makes our two-party
and
system
make
function.
it be displayed on a
Is what
national
helps
scale.
hold presidents and
He's the
majorities
representative.
accountable. But party loyalty must have its limits.
Now, they
And
done
as
lost their
evidence of the
king.
president's impeachable offenses have
Right.
mounted daily as the
Even though
witnesses
he ain't
testify,
dead, you
it
know
has
what I'm
become
saying?
increasingly clear
But they
that the
feel like
limits
their
of
king was
partisanship
wrong.
have been reached and passed.
Watch how white people act
Now,
tomorrow.
Democrats and Republicans
Watch how white people act tomorrow.
Right.
You're just gonna see a lot.
Right. Come on, he's loving everybody. Where y'all at?
And
I want to see y'all come for. Loving everybody, all of
The
that.
New York
Come on.
Times
I
on
want to see
October
what y'all
18th
got to say
summarized the question now posed to House and Senate.
after they do that.
Republicans and Democrats. Compromise by compromise, Donald Trump has hammered away
All police
That's
are
what
angry right now.
Republicans once saw as
Could scoot a little over a little more.
foundational
Certain celebrities
decency,
are angry right now. All of these
Honesty,
celebrities, these MAGA hat
responsibility, and
wearing,
yes,
you know,
even
celebrities and
civility.
all of that, they're angry too. And a lot of them are black.
went on to say, will they commit themselves
They
and their
angry.
party
And they
wholly
ready
to
to grab
Mr.
their
Trump,
AR-15s.
embracing even his
What?
most anti-democratic actions?
Hey, what dance on man?
Hell, Tommy Sotomayor, Sotomayor, he mad too.
Gun. That
You
was
know
gun.
what I'm saying?
That was gun.
We have seen Republican courage throughout our history. From the
Now they're
Civil
going to be
War
more angry
to the
with
Cold
blacks,
War.
Hispanics, and Native Indians.
In
Than they were
1950,
before.
Margaret Chase Smith, the senator
They
from
already
Maine,
was real pissed off at us before when Trump was in
spoke
office.
bravely against the
Now,
cancer of
you know what I'm
McCarthyism
saying?
in
The
her
chicken's
party,
going to come home to roost.
leading 6 of her Republican colleagues in a declaration of conscience.
If you was thinking about getting a UPK before, your ass better get in it now.
That's right.
We are
Right.
Republicans,
Yeah, it's time to stop thinking. And start moving.
but
Start,
we are
you know what I'm saying?
Americans
Good.
first.
Start acting.
In
Good.
1974, one congressman took the brave and principled step of becoming the first Republican on the Judiciary Committee to support impeaching President Nixon.
It's getting going
He
down.
said to his colleagues
Good.
and to the country,
Like they don't got the big figureheads like they
"It
used to,
isn't
man.
easy
Right.
Who you gonna put in the president now? You gonna be just anybody?
to whom
Right.
I gave my enthusiastic support,
Like,
on whose side I've stood in
put
many
Justin Bieber
legislative
up in that
battles,
bitch.
whose accomplishments in foreign and
Yeah, Justin
domestic
Bieber gonna
affairs
run for president. He'll probably make it. Justin Bieber.
Right.
He went on to say, for me to condone or ignore the long train of abuses to which he has subjected the presidency and the people of this country. The Constitution and my own oath of office, he said, demand that I bear true faith and allegiance to the principles of law and justice upon which this nation was founded. And he concluded, and I cannot, in good conscience, turn away from the evidence of evil that is to me so clear and compelling.
Right.
My colleagues, that congressman's name was Larry Hogan Sr. He represented the 5th District of Maryland, which I now represent. His son is presently the 2nd-term Republican governor of our state.
That's why they be having these dudes on time when they ain't talking about shit.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Every obituary led with praise for his act of political courage. Who among us, many years from now, will receive such praise as a man or woman of courage? Who will regret not having earned it? talked a lot about partisan differences. There is one person who has spoken today who is neither a member of the Republican Party nor the Democratic Party.
Right.
His name is Justin Amash.
I just gonna
Who
say Justin
represents
Bieber like
everybody.
I know you gonna say that. Like, damn, Cap, proper time. Like, damn, Cap.
This president
He said, Justin, come on.
Right. I thought you were gonna say Justin Bieber. I look at Cap like, damn. For real?
He spoke
Justin Bieber for president.
Right.
With these devils.
I'm like, damn.
We got our leader, Commander GEN.YAHANNA,
Damn right.
in the I.S.U.P.K.
Damn
That's right.
We ain't worried about the president. We got our own president.
Right.
That's Jesus Christ.
Representative Amash, of course, is the only member of this House
Man, you know who the next president might be?
to either party,
They impeached Trump,
but to his
so they can probably put Nate in
he is
office.
supporting,
Who?
as I
Nate.
said, both articles.
Who the fuck is that?
We need not
Nathaniel.
be the first to show courage.
Nathaniel.
They put the biggest cool nigga find in there.
The question
Right, throw him
must
up. Right.
now ask
Yes.
is
I heard Michelle Obama might run.
Right.
to find it. The pages of our history are filled with Americans who have the courage to choose country over party or personality. But as President Kennedy wrote, the stories of past courage can teach. They can offer hope. They can provide inspiration. But they cannot supply courage itself. For this, President Kennedy said, each man, each woman must look into their own soul.
You gotta watch these white
I
people's
urge my
souls.
fellow colleagues
That's right.
These oppressor
in the
souls.
House and yes, in the
Right.
Senate to look into your soul. Summons the courage to vote for our Constitution and our democracy. I understand we will all not see the same conclusion. But to do less betrays our oath and that of our founders, who pledged their lives, their fortune, and their sacred honor. Let us neither turn away from the evidence, which to me seems so clear, nor from our good conscience, which compels us to do what in our hearts
And a bunch of goddamn nothing.
Yeah, but I'll tell you one thing. It seems like they all against Trump.
Right.
opportunity to find its
None of the
soul.
motherfuckers like him.
Right.
With our votes today,
Too obvious.
we can
Yeah.
dare true faith
Dealing with the serpent people, snakes.
to the
Right.
vision of our founders. And we can show future generations what it truly means to be Americans
That's what.
first.
He's probably not dealing with the Hebrew Israelite problem
Yes.
well enough.
Right. Right. Yeah. That too.
Gentleman from Georgia.
I thought he was gonna say, gentlemen, you heard me. No.
Madam Speaker, a few weeks ago, just off of this floor,
Look at
I said that a dark cloud was descending upon this body.
Right.
And today, because of the clock and the calendar,
They're looking.
it is closing. It is
They're the
amazing
one
to
that's
me
making
what I just
laws
heard
and
from the majority
policies.
leader.
Look at them. Check them out.
That Mr.
They
Schiff
count
and Mr. Nadler presented a compelling case for impeachment. If this is a compelling case for impeachment, I'm not sure why we're here right now. It is not anywhere close. to
Notice the
compelling.
country accent he's talking
But
with.
you know,
They don't
what
talk
is
like that nowadays.
interesting
They
is
used
what I have
to
heard
talk like
today.
that back in the
The
50s.
majority leader just spoke
You know
and
what I'm
said
saying?
Yeah.
that if
We're
the
here right
president
now.
was
They
given
weren't
the
talking like
opportunity
that.
to
You know, they don't
prove his
usually don't
innocence.
talk like that.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you what, Madam
They
Speaker,
talk
let
like
me have
they
just
talk
a few
like that
minutes
back
on
in
the
the
clock
50s
and let
on the
me go
Nixon
around to the
era
press
and all
corps
of
and
that.
everybody here, and I'm going to
Yeah.
Look at what he
you
look at his accent and how he's
You
talking.
did it.
Right.
You did it. You did it. You did it. Now prove it wrong. You did it. Guess what? You don't want to, because deep down you know that that's turning the entire jurisprudence of this
Now,
country
where's all this
upside down.
educated talk at?
You're not guilty.
Why are you talking like a hick?
You're innocent
That's what I want to
Today,
know.
from this
Right.
floor,
Why you
we
talking
heard
like a
majority
pumpkin?
leader say this president is guilty and not the other way around.
If this president's
He is
guilty
innocent.
and not
He's
the other way
nowhere
around.
close to proving it.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
what is
That's
left
not how
of
they
this
talk
body?
nowadays. That's not
Let's have an
civilized
honest
talk, right?
conversation, Madam Speaker.
Why
What
you
we
talking
found
like
over the
that?
past few weeks is that it's okay for the majority to tear down a foreign leader because they can't make their case.
Tear around
They
a
call him
foreign
liar,
later, but then
weak,
you just get out of the hate for him.
even
You just
look like
bill
a
and hate.
battered wife. It is
And then throw a slap the suit on and came back.
this majority to tear down a foreign leader because they can't make their case against this one.
Talking like that on purpose because they're going back to
We
their
have
roots.
broken rules
Right.
in this
Roots
house,
of
even
racism.
to this moment.
Now they don't have to play it
Chairmanship
so
and the
much
others have broken
like they're
House
so
Resolution
liberal
660 by not turning
and
over
educated
the
and all of
things
that.
should be
Now
turning
they're going to
over.
go
I
into
still
the
didn't see that
rawness of
transcript.
who
We
they
still
are.
don't know what got in
When
the
they start
White House.
talking like
Still
that,
have not got their stuff. I guess minority hearing rule
the
days.
Klan love him.
Right.
You see, there is a
Because he
problem
talk
here.
their
We're gonna
language.
vote
It'd be
this
like-
night while breaking
It'd be
the
like,
rules.
say, if it was a black dude that's speaking on black
But
issues,
we also
Right,
have
and he
to
talking
reach
like
the
50
nation
Cent or
minority
one of them.
rights. We
Right.
saw the
You know
rise
what
of
I'm saying?
partisanship because
So
of
the
things
brothers
that
gonna
have
be like,
been
man,
done
I'm
further.
feeling what
We've
he's
even
saying.
seen members smeared
He's one of us.
in reports by
You know what I'm
drive-by
saying?
political hacks when they match numbers of the majority or the ranking
You know,
member.
or the majority of it, he can't even goddamn, you know what I'm saying?
Concerns every one of us. Nothing but a drive-by hit.
Nothing but a drive-by hit.
Majority leader also just
A
said,
drive-by
wherever
hit.
law
Who
ends,
is, you know,
tyranny begins.
who is he?
I
That's
will
what
say
I'm
this,
saying.
in this house, wherever the rules are disregarded, chaos and mob rule actually began, and the majority is taking that to a new level. It has been said today, where is bravery? I'll tell you where bravery is found and courage is
Look at
found.
this bastard
It's found in
socks,
this minority who has lived through the
You know what I'm saying? Man, what the hell he doing? I don't know what that means. Yeah, I know. Damn, look how much of a joke them damn things look.
One day you'll be back in the minority.
Dude had to hide his socks. He was like, man, I don't want people to see that
When
shit.
you actually trash the rules
Damn,
of the house,
the hell?
you want to really look at what
Does that mean?
by trashing the institution you claim to love. That's the things we found out so far. But you know, they're really careful of saying, oh, you want to deal in process and process. As I said last night in the Rules Committee, where
Motherfucker got on some
they
Huckleberry
won't
Finns.
I'll win on process and I will win on facts because we have the truth on our side. Let me remind you that here's what the process actually says. There was no pressure. Look at the call. President Zelensky,
Those are
President
Trump
Trump, no
socks. He
pressure.
made sure everybody know what they are.
Conditionality. There was nothing done to get the aid, and the aid actually came.
Back in the day, they had some things called
When you
knickers.
look at it right now, none of which matter.
You know, they had where
Because right now
pants
the dark
would
cloud
come, you
is
know,
descending
up.
upon this house.
And
And I am
they would be
fearful,
in the
Madam
socks.
Speaker, when I
The
look
socks
at
would be
it,
like
I don't
long
know
and
what
stuff
I
like
see, but I
that.
tell you what I do
They
see.
call them knickers.
I see
You
coming
know what
home
I'm
a
saying?
president who will put his head down.
I think that's what he's trying to, you know, and then look at the shoes. Like those are the shoes they wore way back in the day.
That I care about you. He will still put the economy first, and he will make sure.
They throwing all
this
kind of
country
signs and
stands
stuff right
strong.
here.
That's what I see in this event. That's where we're going. And Madam Speaker, it is with that hope in the future that I recognize right now that I yield 1 minute to the Republican leader of this House,
pick up what Trump
Republican from
left off.
California.
Exactly. And then it's going to be way more Trumps inside the seats of power, not just one of them.
God.
I'm about
You know
to
what I'm
say
saying?
something my Democratic
Right.
colleagues hate to
To
hear.
be continued.
Right.
Donald J. Trump is President of the United States. He is president today, he'll be president tomorrow, and he will be president when this impeachment is over. Madam Speaker, when they accept that, maybe this House can get back to work for the American people. Now tonight I rise,
Just wonder what they doing.
not as the leader
They
of the
making a big old
opposition
issue
to
out of
impeachment.
this. They doing something on the left hand side while they making, you know, everybody pay attention to this.
Right.
I rise as Kevin
That's the way they
McCarthy,
always do.
citizen. No better, no worse than the 40.
World War III is coming.
Right.
I can't wait.
That are in
And
this
what they
chamber.
not telling you is how
Or
they
the
just bombed the hell out of, you know what I'm saying? They got us, you know what I'm saying? Got everybody on this while they just bombed the hell out of somebody, you know
It
what I'm
was
saying?
Trump's fault.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether you're a Democrat
It
or a
really
Republican,
does.
whether you're liberal or you're conservative, whether you're the first generation or
What
the
they're gonna
10th.
also do
At
too
our
is
core,
be like, man,
we are
Trump,
all
Donald Trump,
American.
you know, he was
All
about,
of us.
you know, World War
We
II,
choose our
about getting this
future.
thing kicked off and about, you
We
know what I'm
choose
saying,
what kind of nation
fighting for
we
America.
want to be.
Right.
You know what I'm
Here's
saying?
our
They're gonna be
choice
like,
tonight.
you know, stuff like that. They be like, man, y'all trying to take
Will
him
we
down.
let
So if he
impeachment
stays
become an
as, you know what I'm saying,
exercise of raw
as their
political
hero,
power,
that'll make this war that they're
regardless if it
trying to
damages
kick off
our country?
be more acceptable before
Or will
everybody.
we
They always
protect
do
the
that.
proper grounds and process
You know what I'm
for
saying? They do the same
impeachment
trick
now in the
every
future?
time. They just redress it. That's
For
all they do.
months, Democrats and many in the media have attempted to normalize the
They just
impeachment
redress it.
process.
Divert everybody's
Remove the
attention
newly elected
onto that.
president
So
from
now
office.
you be like, well, damn, you know,
After 3 years of breathless
maybe, you
and
know, we
baseless
should go to
outrage,
war.
this
So they
is
got to
their
do some
last
big move to
attempt
make
to
everybody be
stop the Trump
accepting of
presidency.
it. Without that, you got
Madam
anarchy.
Speaker Pelosi even recently admitted that Democrats have been working on this impeachment for 2.5 years. Those were her words, they were not mine. Because they lost to him in 2016, they'll do anything or say anything to stop him in 2020. That's not America. That's not how democratic republics behave. Elections matter. Voters matter. And in 11 months, the people's voice will be heard again. Impeachment is the most consequential decision Congress can make other than sending our men and women into war. Yet 85 days ago, Speaker Pelosi chose to impeach the President of the United States. She wrote the script and created an artificial timeline to make the details fit. Why else are we doing this just hours before Christmas? If that's all it was,
Nobody give a damn about no
rush
damn
to
Christmas.
judgment,
Right.
she could be forgiven.
We're gonna see America
But
fall.
before the
That's
speaker
right.
saw one
Right,
word or one shred of evidence, she moved to impeach. In the past, in this body, such a step demanded a vote from all of us from the start. But not only did she move to impeach before she gave this House and the hundreds of millions of people we represent a say in whether to pursue an impeachment inquiry, she threw out the bipartisan standards this House gave President Nixon and Clinton. That is why I immediately sent Speaker Pelosi a letter asking her to follow the rules of history, of tradition, and follow those standards that have served America well. What did she say? She rejected it. She rejected it because Democrats knew a fair process would crumble their case. A fair process would have exposed to the American public what many already knew.
They make it seem like Donald Trump wasn't corrupt as
Democrats have
hell,
wanted
wasn't
to
messing up.
impeach President
Right.
Trump since the day he was
Get him
elected.
out of there.
Yeah, he was a
And
mob
nothing
boss.
was going to get their way.
You know what I'm saying?
Not the truth.
Get him
Well,
out of there.
Speaker, Chairman
in the
Schiff
movie,
said he had evidence.
when,
More
you
than
know,
circumstantial and delusion.
Casino, they was looked at as criminals. And they
In
were
January,
running, you know,
when we all
gambling
stood in this
rackets
body,
and all of that
we
stuff.
stood up, we raised
Donald
our
Trump
hands,
did the
we
same
swore
thing,
that we'd
and
uphold
he's
the
president.
Constitution.
Right. Yeah.
You think he said some real dope stuff too? He think,
You
right,
knew
feeling
that
himself.
that
He feeling himself. He think he said some real dope. You know what I'm saying?
These the bimbos running the country.
Right,
Those are
exactly.
not my words.
That's how you know this country only run because black men people is here.
Right.
A year
This place
before
would be like
taking the
Italy or
majority,
Greece or something.
Chairman Nasser
Bosnia.
Yeah,
campaigned
Croatia or
to the
something.
Crazy,
Democrats.
yeah.
If it wasn't
And
for
he
us.
wanted to be
Right.
chairman.
Look at these idiots. He's the top of the guy, top of the line.
Right. Wouldn't be nothing but dust
The New
and
York Times
rocks and
writes,
stones
Madam
every
Speaker,
goddamn where we wouldn't hit.
Yeah, over to
because
Hugo
he is the
cars and shit.
strongest member to
Half
lead
blown
the
up
opposition.
goddamn buildings and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm dead serious. That's how it will be here. This place would look like parts of Russia and all of that if we wasn't here.
Right.
For these articles just yesterday. Told the crowd he would impeach President Trump 2 days before
They
he
be
was
running around with goddamn
office.
polio and all types of diseases,
What
all
we're seeing
types
is
of
a rigged
little
process
scurvies
that
and
has
you
led
know
to
what I'm
the
saying?
most partisan
All
and
kind of stuff.
incredible impeachment in the history of America.
Word.
That is this legacy.
Hey, Shalom, no Christ, I don't want.
Any prosecutor in this country would be disbarred for such blatant bias.
Nothing about you to
Especially
live video watching
if that
about how Donald Trump
prosecutor
got
was the
impeached.
fact witness, the judge, and the jury.
Watching the video on how Donald Trump got impeached.
Madam Speaker, Democrats haven't just failed on process, it's also failed on evidence. I've heard a lot of debate on this floor today. But I haven't heard one member of this body dispute this simple fact. President Trump provided lethal aid to Ukraine. It came before the call, it came after the call, and it continues to this day. President Trump provided Ukraine tank-busting bombs. The previous administration, they gave blankets. This is the truth. Meanwhile, the Democrats' case is based on second-hand opinions and hearsay. Simply put, there are no grounds for impeachment.
So there's a lot more people searching for us.
As constitutional scholar Jonathan Turner, and I would challenge to say he's probably the most respected, and we all know it. A Democrat who did not vote for the president said under oath there was no bribery, there was no extortion, no obstruction of justice, and no abuse of power. Based on the facts, based on the truth, based on the lack of evidence, Turley called this the fastest, thinnest, and weakest impeachment in the U.S. history. Such a definitive answer should be the end of all of this. The Speaker Pelosi is still moving forward with this impeachment without evidence of facts or truth or public support. The Speaker says it is out of allegiance to our founders. On this, I agree. I agree with the Speaker. We should listen to the founders. And if one does, it's very clear that this impeachment is unfounded and improper. In the Federalist Papers,
Yeah, Captain Malcolm said he ain't impeached. They said they're just talking about it.
There would always be the.
Wait, they talking, they act like he is.
Yeah,
They making a big deal out of it. They crying and shit, saying he is.
They're just putting on the show.
Right.
Trying to have something else to be doing.
That impeachment would be driven
Everybody look at
by
this.
partisan animosity instead of real demonstrations of innocence or guilt.
Come and get in the
James Madison, another author of the Federalist Papers, wrote, "The danger of legislative abuse must lead to the same tyranny as is threatened by
They're
executive."
so gonna fuck up the world now that they trying to
The
impeach him.
founders did not want impeachment to be used for political or partisan battles. If my colleagues do not want to follow the constitutional high standards for undoing a national election, perhaps you could have followed Speaker Pelosi's standard, at least the one she promised to follow back in March. It was a very sensible standard. She says impeachment is so divisive that the evidence must be overwhelming.
Yeah, on here it says
Compelling
Trump impeached
and
by the House
bipartisan.
for abuse of power, obstruction of Congress.
Not
On
one of
NBC
those
News
criteria
article.
have been met today.
They could be just saying that.
Based
Trump
on the
becomes
facts,
third U.S.
based on
president
the
to be
evidence,
impeached.
Based on the truth, this impeachment even fails that Pelosi test.
CNN
Those that will
says
say
President Trump has
President
been
Trump will
impeached.
protect the integrity of our democracy.
I don't know what Captain Malcolm talk. I mean, I'm gonna have to text him this so you
By
can see.
removing a duly
They ain't
elected
just talking about this
president
shit. It's
on
over.
articles
It's
of
done.
impeachment, Congress will erode the public trust in our system of government.
You know, unless they just putting out a whole bunch of bullshit
I
articles,
understand.
which also is possible.
Yeah, CNN is doing it
when
they
he governs,
putting bullshit
and
articles
even
out
the
there
people
like,
who
damn, this
voted
kingdom
for
is really falling. They
How
supposed
do
to
I
have
know
the real
this?
shit, you know what I'm
because you
saying?
say so
They
day in
supposed to have the
and
real
day out.
news.
In 2016, they even dismissed
Come
his
on, man.
supporters.
Oh, my bad.
Remember calling
Trump's
us
not being impeached.
deplorables?
Right,
You
right.
know what I'm saying?
Now they are trying to disqualify our voice before the 2020 election.
Yeah, that's what they doing. They trying to pump shit up.
They
for the
want to
election and shit.
undo
Trying
the
to get
results of the
motherfuckers to
last
vote.
election
You know what I'm
to
saying?
influence.
Trying to get
the
all
election.
black people to vote Democrat, blacks and
As I
Hispanics to
said,
vote
President
Democrat.
Trump will still be
It's like the
president.
Democratic
when this is
Party
all
always did with us.
But
You know what I'm saying?
Congress will have
Trying to
wasted
use
months of
propaganda to
time
make us, you know, vote
and
Democrat.
taxpayers' dollars
When
on
we shouldn't be
impeachment
voting at all.
rather than doing what America's people want us to do.
Let me read the article. So turn it down. Turn the volume down. Let me read the article.
Is this why we came here to serve?
It's the article on
To trample on
CNN Politics about the issue. President Trump has been impeached. All right. By Ferdinand Alfonso III, Veronica Rocha, Mike Hayes, and Amanda Willis, CNN. Updated 10:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Wednesday, December 18th, 2019. The House impeached President Trump tonight. Here's what you need to know. President Trump has become the third president in history to be impeached. The House passed both articles of impeachment, abuse of power and obstruction of Congress. Here's what you need to know about the vote. The House voted almost entirely along party lines. House voted 230, 197 to charge Trump with abuse of power and 229 to 198 to charge him with obstruction of Congress. There was a 6-hour debate, an intense partisan debate over impeachment played out for hours on the House floor on rapid fire fashion ahead of the impeachment votes. In 1 2-minute speeches, on 1 to 2 minute speeches, Democrats and Republicans traded passionate arguments for why they're voting against impeachment. Back and forth they went. Trump held the longest rally speech of his presidency, blah, blah, blah. What happens next? The vote shifts the impeachment proceedings to the Senate, where a trial is expected in January. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell told Republican senators at a policy lunch Tuesday that he will announce by the end of the week the date for the start of the Senate trial, according to sources. The Senate will decide whether to convict Trump and remove him from office. So it seems like, you know, they got like three sections of government. So I guess this is just one of the sections has voted to get him out of here. So now the second section got to vote to get him out of there. I guess it's talking about in January, which is next month, in a couple weeks. Senator Majority Leader Mitch McConnell tweeted moments ago that he would speak about President Trump's impeachment on the floor at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. What happens next in the Trump impeachment? The next steps in the impeachment saga all depend on House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Pelosi will not commit tonight on sending the articles of impeachment to the Senate, which hold a trial and decide whether to convict President Trump and remove him from office. That would have been our intention, but we'll see what happens over there, Pelosi signaled at her news conference tonight. Okay, so they still got another process basically to get him really out of there. Okay, so hopefully they get him out of there. I wouldn't care really less or not, but I do know the more stuff like this go down, the more they kingdom fall, the more brothers and sisters will wake the hell up coming to the Israelite school UPK. Because with them, you know, they saying all types of different things. Like you're saying, they got more process of it to go through and whatnot to make it final or whatnot like that. My thing is, if he's getting impeached and it's taking all these weeks, who's gonna run the country?
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? If it takes weeks for this first level to go to the second level, in between the two levels, who's running the country?
Right.
So he's still running the country. He's just about to get kicked out.
They just make it a soap opera.
Yeah, basically. Yep. Says Trump supporter on president's impeachment. It's bad. It's a bad mark on him. I feel bad for him. Yeah, I mean, he's just a multi-millionaire. You know what I mean? You know, got all the thing, everything he could ever want. You know, woe is him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got Trump towers all over the goddamn country. Oh, poor him. Feel so bad for him. But a homeless black man don't know about goddamn body feel bad for him. He became a home just for being homeless. A black man that became the worst criminal in America just for being homeless.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just only for that. Even if he ain't killed nobody or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But Donald Trump, he's being impeached. He might have to spend, a couple of months in his luxurious mansion.
Right.
You know, with every damn thing that he could possibly want in life. Poor him. What a punishment.
And my thing is, their wording in these damn articles is all off. Like, if there's still more to go, then he's not fully impeached. But it says here, as President Trump officially became the third U.S. president to be impeached, he was on stage at a Merry Christmas rally in Michigan, laying into Democrats and claiming they branded themselves with an eternal mark of shame. He says, with today's illegal, unconstitutional, and partisan impeachment, the do-nothing Democrats are declaring their deep hatred for American voter, blah, 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 blah. All I know is the oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of,
right.
And he's going to come down on us more. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely going to come down on us more. His hatred is going to increase. His violence, his wrath is going to increase because of this. Rather, he's all the way out of there. He is impeached, or he's still almost impeached, or whatever the hell's the case, or they can overturn the impeachment or whatever. You know what I mean? They're going to come down on blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans even harder for this.
Right.
There's going to be more hatred in the streets, more violence, more destruction, more that we have to look out for and be on aware for as the children of Israel, blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. More reason for you to join the Israelite School UPK.
Right.
And keep the law, statutes, commandments of the Lord. You know, I mean, not worry about Christmas presents and all that. Boo, yes. Yeah, I mean, it's time to really knuckle down and get down with the Lord on his righteousness tip. You know what I mean? Keeping the law, statutes, commandments. Without that, it's gonna get more ugly.
Right.
That's all. It's gonna get more ugly. Go ahead, I'm gonna drop.
And either way, if it goes, if he's impeached or he's not impeached, whatever the case is, it's still gonna spark the hatred towards blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just like putting a damn a bloody steak before a pack of wild dogs, and then you say, well, no, the bloody steak, we're not gonna give them the bloody steak. You know what I'm saying? I mean, their appetite is going to be enticed, and that's what's going on now. The appetite of racism against blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is actually enticed by this. Say he don't get impeached, it's still sparking their lust and their hunger to destroy us. Either way it's going, they're going to want to do it. They're going to want to have more incentive to do that.
Right. Yeah, right. Like you said. There's a certain thing that the Edomites have. It's called a dog whistle. It's something they'll say that means something that they feel like only they understand and they know what it's talking about. Mm-hmm. Like when they say urban, what are they really saying? Niggas. You know what I'm saying? It's certain things they do and say that spark them up, and they all feel it and know it because they're one nation.
Right.
We're not part of their nation, so we ain't going to feel the same spark that they're going to feel. That's what that Make America Great Again had. Most black people don't understand what the hell that means.
Right.
Like, America's always been great. Most black people don't understand what that means. That is an example of a dog whistle.
Right.
To a devil, to an oppressor, Make America Great Again means hate niggas.
Right.
You understand? You might not understand. You might see it as, oh, that's a political thing, But, you might feel like, oh, that's wrong. The hat is wrong. But you don't know. You can't pinpoint it. the oppressor, he knows exactly what it means,
Right.
and he knows that feeling.
Right.
Go ahead.
Well, sir, another big thing that we don't see, that's a dog whistle, is the word conservatism. You know what I'm saying? Conservatism, you got black conservatives out there, they don't even know what the hell it means. In the world of niggerdom, a black conservative is just a nigga with a good job. But in the white world, it means something different. What it actually means is they want to conserve the ways of slavery and keeping us on the bottom. You know what I'm saying? To profit themselves. That's That's real conservatism right there. What did America get to conserve that they love so much? Slaves. You see what I'm saying? They got slaves. That's what the conservatism is really about. We think that we just getting, I make six figures, and I moved out to the suburbs. I'm a conservative. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
While on the other hand, they know we got everything we got off enslaving these Negroes.
Right.
We want to conserve that. To conserve something means to save it.
Right.
You done found something worth conserving that you want to save, and you want your children to have it, and you want your children's children to have it.
All right.
That's conserving. You know what I'm saying? We think just because we get in a financial bracket, we being a conservative. You ask one of these, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We being a conservative. You ask one of these smart niggas what is conservatism, what is it to define it, and they can't tell you a definition on it. What they gonna say? Education. Education. Education is the key.
Or they'll say, "Oh, that's because we're about fiscal responsibility. We're about the government, being responsible with the money." What the hell? You think that's what the party's about?
Right.
The same party that spend millions and millions of dollars on army shit, spend $20 billion on a jet,
right.
$150 billion or trillions of dollars on damn boats and planes for the military, even though they already got all that already. They spend even more every year. You think they're worried about trying to keep our spending controlled?
Right.
The same people who got ranches and millions of dollars and helicopters and all that, they're about keeping our budget clear.
Right.
They don't give a damn about that.
Right.
That's not why they're a Republican. That's another one of them dog whistle things.
Right.
Go ahead.
And in the Bible, it's also called dark speeches. Dark speeches where you in the dark. But the people that say the speech is not in the dark. They see clearly. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of stuff that they do, and we don't understand this. But then our people boast ourselves in being educated. If they ain't educated in that, then obviously the education you got, it really ain't worth a whole lot. You don't even know who the hell you are, what purpose you have. Right. And who your enemies are, or any of that.
So that's that conservative being a Republican is another dog whistle thing. They ain't got nothing to do with financial fiscal responsibility and this and that, and they got a term that's called old money. Being a Republican and a conservative is about old money.
Right.
The money, like the brother was saying, the money and resources that have been passed down to them from slavery. They're about keeping us together. They're like a social club. Right. You got money from slavery passed down to you? So did I.
Right.
You had $1 million passed down to you in 5 houses and properties? So did I.
Right.
We're similar. We're the same. We could be a part of the same political mindset because we want our money to stay with us.
Right.
And we want our things that we had to stay like what we got. So we join in the party together. And not some, guy who's working on Wall Street or went to college and, earned his way up and tried to get a little desk job and this and that. These are not guys who did that. And if they did do it, they didn't really have to. They just did it.
Right.
Because they, for saving face. But they've already got millions of dollars in the bank.
Right.
They don't have to go to work. They just need to try to figure out what career they want to do. or which really usually is politics or some type of slavery
Right.
industry, where you work making blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans work, or Mexicans work for you for pennies on the dollar.
Right.
That's all. They ain't got to really figure out nothing. They just got to get in where they fit in with their family business.
Right.
That is conservative. That is real republicanism. That's what "Make America Great Again" means. It stands for that and more.
Right.
It has nothing to do with, America going down. America's still the richest country in the world. What do they talk about?
Right.
Make America great again. There ain't nothing left about it. It still got all the money. It still got the top military. So go ahead.
Oh, so look, sir. And these dumb Negroes, just running around with a "Make America Great Again," the MAGA hats on, and all of that.
Right.
They don't even understand, because they gonna be the ones, just like in the times of the past, that was loving white people and everything like that, and that was in the white neighborhoods when white people was angry with blacks, and those would be the ones that they'll string up on them trees.
Right.
They would be those, just like they was burning those brothers that had on their military uniforms and all of that.
Right.
They was burning them right inside their uniforms. After they was sitting there stating whose side they was on. You know what I'm saying? You had the brothers in the South that were fighting for slavery right alongside the white man. You know what I'm saying? While the dudes from the North, you know what I'm saying, had won the war, went back north, left their ass there. They trying to put on their uniforms as if I fought for the South. Right. And they burnt their ass right in those goddamn uniforms alive. You know what I'm saying? Burnt them. So it's gonna be niggas gonna be burnt in their goddamn MAGA hats.
Right.
It's gonna be niggas gonna be burnt in their goddamn MAGA hats.
Damn right. And go ahead, yes, you bring up?
Well, somebody's asking questions, but first of all,
what's their question?
Man, he gotta come correct. You talking about you niggas reading my comments? I'll kick his ass out to let me know, guys. You know what I'm saying?
What was his question? What is he trying to say?
He said, what does that mean? What is your point? What the scripture on what you're saying? Is that Jacob troubles? Can you read my message? Are you reading my messages? Do you know what I'm talking about?
He waiting on Jacob's troubles, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He waiting on Jacob's troubles. He can't even see Jacob in trouble right now. He's saying, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He see niggas get murdered in the damn street, talking about, when Jacob's trouble coming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now these guys, I swear, Christianity is a hell of a blindfold.
Right. We kicked out of our land, don't got no damn country no more, don't got no kingdom, no government no more. We strangers in another people's land, living as bottom level shelf citizens. But when is Jacob trouble gonna come though?
Right.
What the hell are you talking about? When is it coming? Nigga, we in it right now.
Right. He can ready to get evicted and talk about Jacob's trouble. He can ready to get evicted and talk about, what is the time of Jacob's trouble?
The hell is this Negro talking about? You understand? You see what we just said? They got money from slavery. Nigga, this is Jacob trouble. We've been in trouble for the last 400 years and more.
Right.
Talking about when is Jacob trouble, man. This is Jacob trouble, man. You need to wake the hell up. You understand? Get out them fake Israelite groups, man. Wake the hell up. Learn the real truth where them fake Israelite group teachers learn from.
Right.
You understand? They learned from us, ran off and taught you something. Now you thinking you know something.
Right.
That's right.
You need to learn where your elder learned from, which is the I.S.U.P.K.
Right.
You understand? That's what you need to do.
Because
pay your tithes. Right. Shoot, this is Jacob trouble now. You think just impeachment about to be? Oh yeah, this is nothing. Niggas about to be getting killed, harassed, attacked, assaulted, all of that behind just this. Then they talking about it's not even over yet. It's still the beginning. So they be talking about impeachment, and for the next month.
Right. So now you're gonna walk around in your everyday life. You're gonna go to work, and now the devils is gonna be looking at you evil, just even at the thought of their king being impeached. Even just at the thought, even if it didn't automatically just happen yet, they gonna blame you for the reason why this is even in the question. This is even in the, you know what I'm saying?
They looking at black man like it's your fault. He getting
Right.
But damn nigga, he's like, I just work in sales. Look at that.
Right.
He ain't got nothing to do with what they got going on. But the average everyday devil is gonna look at you like you the reason for the season.
Right.
You understand?
And he's gonna get an increased anger for you over time. Long as this thing carry out, the more angry they're gonna start to get with you. They're gonna turn from the serpent to the dragon. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna grow right into that. You know, it's gonna be a lot. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be, you know what I'm saying, beating up. You know what I'm saying? More black women.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Beating the hell out of, you know, black men, trying to shoot black men and all of that.
Black teenagers too.
Right. Black teenagers, yes, definitely, and killing more black babies.
You know what else? You know what else is gonna still be happening? They still gonna be grabbing up, nabbing up, kidnapping black women and cutting them up and selling their organs all across the damn country,
Right.
all across the damn world, really.
Right.
Yeah, man. I just watched a thing earlier today, documentary about them kidneys.
Right.
Certain ones you can get $20,000 for a kidney.
Damn.
That's just the kidney. You ain't talking about the heart or the liver or the lungs. You ain't talking about everything else. So you nab up one of these black women, cut them up, and sell their body parts, man. You're looking at maybe a $250,000.
Right.
Go ahead.
So I don't know how to say his name, but Ben Israel.
Oh,
It said, you are not. No. That's not what I'm trying to say. Are we still cursed even if we keep the commandments?
Yes. Not as in a nation, yes. You understand? But personally, you fighting against it. It's like this. The Lord judged us as a nation. Our nation is out of whack.
Right.
It's like this. If I don't steal and I don't kill and I don't do nothing wrong, but my brother next to me, he steals and kills, you think things is going to go well? What do you think is going to happen? He's going to steal and kill from me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Which is going to make the whole process worse. You know what I mean? So we all got to wake up. That's why all these dudes who like, oh, just because I know the truth and I've been in my closet, I'm in the bedroom watching YouTube, Jesus Christ need to return. Jesus Christ need to return. You know what I mean? Just because you watching YouTube, that's not how it works. We got to go raise up our nation.
Right.
That's why Christ put that parable of the talent to multiply your talent, to teach more brothers this truth. Because this is going to be curses like a mug until all this go down. Now, there's a part in the scriptures where it talk about Abraham's bosom. You understand? Like if you keeping the law, statutes, commandments, there's a certain level of protection the Lord going to have for you.
Right.
But overall, just because you start keeping the commandments, answer me this. You still got to go to work tomorrow for the white man?
Right.
You still got to, you get Israel back? Are you the head and not the tail?
Right.
Are you the lender and not the borrower?
Right.
That's all in the curses. Say we in the blessings. Say we have our own land. We'll be fruitful and multiply, and we will be the borrower and not the lender. No, we'll be the lender and not the borrower. Answer me this: are you still borrowing money?
Right.
Are you loaning out money to everybody?
Right.
When I say everybody, I mean the other nations. Is the kingdom of China trying to borrow some money from you so you can put them in debt?
Right.
Well, then we're not in the kingdom.
Right. You come out there against the. Can you come out against the police one way and they flee 7 ways? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They run out on the damn police with your bridges on your t-shirt and see if the police run 7 ways.
Mm-hmm.
Now you know that you still under the curse. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, now you know you're still under the curse if that don't happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because the other one would be the blessings. You know, you read them blessings, they ain't none of that going on right now. Now, we got a semblance of it in the I.S.U.P.K, but it sure as hell ain't going on. Not what the Lord was talking about.
Right.
That's why you read in Deuteronomy 30, the Lord said, if we call to mind all these things and return to the Most High, that then he will grab us out of these lands and put us in our land. And all these blessings will come upon us. But first, this is all just calling to mind what we lost. This ain't doing everything and getting everything together yet. Shoot, this is just waking up the nation.
Right.
We still waking so many people up. Let alone, like, okay, all the nations in order now. You know what I mean? Like, shoot, we got to get the nation, half the nation, not even half, the 90% of the nation ain't even paying tithes. That means 90% of the nation is sinners. So not even 90, I say 99%. You know what I mean? Because we got 20 million black people, and I don't see a million of you in the I.S.U.P.K. We're going to 250,000. So it's got a lot more. It's got a lot more work to do, warrior. A lot more work to do. Anything else on that?
Shit. Are you guys still under the? Are you guys still under the curses? He just said it.
Yeah, so we got a resemblance of the Lord blessing us and everything like that, and protecting us from the curses, from what's going on. But we're not in our land yet, so we definitely not finished. We got a lot more work to do as far as raising up this nation.
It's like,
Go ahead.
You said some of the scripture on your answer. They said, what version of the Bible are you reading?
This nigga got an IUIC. He got an IUIC picture on it. Man,
That's why I made that statement about him coming running out against the cops with his fringes on his T-shirt.
Yeah.
I can pick up that IUIC spirit.
Yeah, man. You know, call them cops that you report to, man. Call them dudes.
Right.
Call Detective Nate Daniel and all them. Nigga, get the hell out of the I.S.U.P.K feed, nigga. I would never be an IUIC feed asking them questions like, what do you think about this, IUIC? Like, who the hell are them dudes? They below us. You know what I mean? They don't know what the hell they talking about.
They know who got the power. That's why they coming to us.
That's right. Trying to take notes, trying to steal notes.
I know, he probably got the biggest breakdown that he's ever heard.
Yeah.
I didn't even know he was that deep in IUIC. I would never even gave him that much. Man, he just got his next 2-3 months worth of lessons.
Right, exactly.
For the whole IUIC school.
Well, he needs to pay for it.
Right.
We got a fee. We're putting a taxation and a fee up on you.
Yeah, you think it's like groups, man. Y'all definitely got a fee to pay to get to knowledge. Especially since y'all going out and gallivanting like it's your own.
Right.
Like it ain't came from the I.S.U.P.K, 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York.
That's right.
Under Commander GEN.YAHANNA.
Right. Without our spirit, separates, then they gonna be just, they're gonna be trying to break things down and they ain't gonna sound right. It ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they just lose their little drip of flow of water of life they get from us.
Right. So they need to start paying for that water. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Drink from the well, pay the fee.
Right.
But yeah, man, definitely, this is a great time. Christ is going to return very soon. World War III is coming. This impeachment right here is big, man. It's big. A lot of stuff is going to happen. This is it's like the beginning of a domino effect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is definitely the beginning of a domino effect of what's going to happen. You go ahead and time him out.
How you do that shit? Because I'm trying to do it.
I think you click on his name.
Block him. Nah,
you can block him. Shit, I don't know. Gay dudes is gonna be in the chat. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
You need to go ahead and send that bread to the school.
How do you do it, Kat?
I think you go click over his name.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, maybe
it's gonna bring.
It says you right click by a comment he made or something, or click by a comment he made.
Unfollow.
www.isupk.com. I'll just give you that little piece of information. Go ahead and send what you got there.
It's no tithes the law, right? Christ ain't never do away with tithes. Paul and them collected tithes, so you definitely need to be paying that.
Right.
But yeah, man, definitely this is big deal. I definitely wanted to share it with everybody about what's going on and what's the future is going to happen according to the scriptures. that, man, this place is gonna get worse. This place is going downhill. You know what I mean? It's time for all blacks, especially Native Americans, to tool up with the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High and gather together, O nation not desired. Because the more of this stuff, craziness, foolishness keep going down with this United States government, the more we gonna become a target.
Right.
We just I don't even know how they put two and two together. You know what I mean? We just become a target. Oh, we had a problem. We losing the war in Iraq. We need to come down on blacks. You know what I'm saying? Whatever's going on. Oh, the economy's going down. We need to come down on blacks.
Right.
That's what they always do. They wrath has come knowing they have but a short time.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, everything be aimed back at us. Something just happened on Mars.
Right.
What about the Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians?
Right. That's how it happened with the tribe of Isupk. Like out of nowhere, we waiting for the next president. Donald Trump start running. Next thing you know, Mexicans are rapists. Everything's evil. Mexicans throw them in cages, lock their kids up, punish them, and like this just came out of nowhere for what? Mexicans wasn't doing nothing to nobody.
Right.
Like the whole time, half people didn't even know Mexicans was here.
Right.
And how as many as they was, or half of them was getting over like that. They just out of nowhere. We need to come down on all the Mexicans.
Right.
It wasn't like no big Mexican terrorist attack or Mexican killed, 50 Mexicans went and killed 50 people in the White House or the mall or something.
Right.
Or shot up a school like these devils be doing. They're just out of nowhere. Mexicans are rapists. We need to start deporting them and kicking them out the country and ripping up their families and putting their kids in cages. Like, where did cages come from? Like, that just came out of nowhere. What did the kids do? They just start locking up the kids, putting them in cages and making them live in the cage, live in the jails for months. Out of nowhere, unprovoked.
Right.
Unprovoked, uncalled for. That's how they do. Like Commander GEN.YAHANNA said, now they coming for Judah. They coming for blacks too. They coming for blacks next. They gonna keep coming for all the tribes.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? They already tried one where they try to falsely accuse us of shooting up some little Jewish restaurant, Jewish kosher deli or something. Like, come on, man. What the hell we care about some Jewish kosher deli?
Right.
Like, oh, that's a good target. I mean, we're going to hit something. I mean, shit, we might as well hit something real.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
We hit a little grocery store, a kosher grocery store.
No sense. What was it, 3 people inside or something?
Yeah, come on now. Like, we did all this just to do that.
Right.
Come on now. We don't give a damn about doing that. We raising up these brothers. It's hard enough getting brothers off of drugs, getting brothers off of weed, getting these women to stop being hoes. I mean, damn, our warfare is hard enough. Stopping all this Christmas nonsense that angers the Lord.
I can see it now. Dude, the tell me what is it? The deli sold out. It's fat inside the deli. Let's go ahead and put our action down there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. I got this, man. I got this big move we want to make.
Right.
It's this deli on 23rd Street. I'm telling you, that's the move we got to make, man. That deli that nobody knows. You know what I mean? Come on now. They don't give a damn about no shooting up no damn deli. That's not what we about. We ain't never been about that. That's what Commander GEN.YAHANNA was telling them damn folks on the news. You know what I mean? We ain't never been about that. Never will be about something stupid and small like that is insignificant.
I ain't never been in a packed deli. I'm just saying, you go into a deli, it was 3 people in the goddamn place. You know what I'm saying? It's quiet as hell. Dude in our suite, you know what I'm saying? Supposed to be making the sandwiches.
An armed robber wouldn't even rob a deli.
That's what I'm saying.
He go in there and get what? $15?
That's what I'm saying. What you gonna, and a couple of old people that like their little, you know what I'm saying? Like their little liver cheese and you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I mean, come on, you know what I'm saying? Really though.
Like that's a big agenda move, you know what I mean? So they already tried to, put that on us and everything like that, which is complete foolishness. But look at all that though. All of it was unprovoked. Like they knew it had nothing to do with us, but they started trying to do it like that so they can try to attack on us and do things and say we this and say we that. All of it unprovoked and uncalled for. But that's how the devil is.
Right.
That's how the oppressor is. Go ahead,
Well, well, sir, and the cowardice of the move, though, which really shows you it has something to do with white people. You know what I'm saying? The cowardice of the move, because that's what white people do. Just like when they go and bomb countries, they're not bombing military bases. Where the strength is at, they bombing the civilians where the weakest point is
villages and towns and what I mean, mud hut people, not even the city, they bombing the village of the mud hut down, weaker parts of everything.
Right. So they sit there and looked at the block of the Jewish neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? And they found the weakest place that they could possibly find. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want to go into the synagogue or any of them places where it be a bunch of them Amalekites at. They went to the deli. Oh no, that's what I'm saying. They just see
it's just weird. That's just a weird. The whole thing is weird and all.
Right.
And then they got pictures of the dude going like this, like he's in the white man's military. You seen them pictures?
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, the dude that supposedly shot up the spot. They got pictures of him with an American flag behind him and him going like this, like he's he's a ex-soldier for the devil's military.
Wow.
So that lets you know his background. So
Right.
You can't trust that story. You can't trust nothing behind it. You can't trust this story. You can't trust nothing that he's talking about. Go ahead.
And he probably didn't even do the damn thing. He probably put that up just like they did with that dude Christopher Dorner. They tried to use his image. With Christopher Dorner, he probably did that. He really did that. But dude, they tried to use him kind of up under the same light, like he was this American veteran that was just treated wrong by the American government, and now he's rogue, and now he's, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And just gonna go and snap out and do something crazy.
Yeah,
but then he chose a deli though to do it at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He could have hit a mall or something. You know what I'm saying? God damn.
Yeah.
A deli? You know what I'm saying? That don't even make any sense.
Give me your sandwiches.
Give me all your salami. You know what I'm saying? Give me all your kosher pork. Like the hell? This don't even make any damn sense. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, that's a good one right there. Give me your sandwiches.
That don't make any sense. How much money did they make that day? Hardly any goddamn thing.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't even go to the deli and get a bunch of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Pastrami and all
right,
that.
Right. They'd rather go to McDonald's or, some other place that, around there somewhere or something, or some type of restaurant. They got money. They, you know what I'm saying? They just ain't running around at the goddamn deli. When you talk about, Jewish deli, in a Jewish neighborhood, there'll be old people there. You know what I'm saying? Just like they, you know what I'm saying? Because, way back in the day, talk about the 60s and 50s and 70s, they would go to those delis and get sandwiches and stuff like that. Young, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it would consist of maybe 3 or 4 old people that are like 90. The old Jewish dude with his goddamn pants pulled up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He running around looking like Mr. Burns on the
what they call it, liver spots?
Right, yeah, liver spots, age spots, turkey neck.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Come on,
he running around with his goddamn jacket pants pulled all the way to hell up here. You know what I'm saying? He'd be the man in the goddamn deli. You know what I'm saying? You gotta come super armed for this dude. He ain't even gotta come in with no weapons. You gonna smack the shit out. You know what I'm saying? While Rich out, you gonna smack the shit out all of them. Lucky, you gonna smack the shit out all of them. And just take what the hell you got. You ain't got to come her tightened up with no AR-15, whatever the hell he used. Man, that's what I'm saying. That story just seemed wrong just on so many levels. I'm serious.
It did.
You know what I'm saying? It just don't make any sense to me. Real talk.
And then they got talking about Donald Trump on this obstruction of justice charges and everything like that. Like, come on, they've been obstructing justice since the beginning of the time.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know, if you really brought up everybody on obstructive justice charges, you have to pin everybody in there. You have to pin every damn person out here, everywhere, all over the place.
Right.
The whole system of America is built off of the black market.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you ever heard of New Jersey Drive, where they was always stealing cars in New Jersey?
Right. Remember that.
Come to find out, they got a port, one of the second busiest ports in New Jersey, that they put all the cars on shipping containers and ship them out to other countries and sell them. Ship them out to Africa and different places in South America.
Right. Arabia.
Yeah. So how was they even able to do that? It's the little 15-year-olds robbing the cars, put it all together. They're forging transport passports and getting bins and stuff and containers on the boats, huh?
Right.
It's a little 15-year-old. Here's the car. I'm gonna talk. I got a friend in Nigeria. He's gonna pay me. Here, put this car. I just stole it on the shipping container. Come on, man. Right. Almost all these criminal systems are basically start from the top.
Right.
And you got certain politicians and leaders that are making a way for it to keep going.
Right.
Go ahead, Warrior.
And they cut off of it, while the little young dudes that they got that's actually stealing the cars. I mean, it ain't nothing but like a mob racket. You know what I'm saying? The little young dudes are stealing all the cars and everything. You know what I'm saying? They getting little pennies. They getting broke off peanuts. You know, while they sitting there shipping these cars over to like the Benzes, Mercedes-Benzes, over to the Arab countries, because they were taking them and burying them in the sand. You know what I'm saying? But while they were doing that, they would like have a string of Benzes, and they would bury them in the sand and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Damn. Go ahead, Warrior.
I mean, shit. You watch all the Irish movies. You go, what I think was the Irishman. You had President Nixon getting money from Jimmy-Hogg.
Right.
They get money from the mob and stuff like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So true. Yeah, nothing but a big. When I seen that movie, New Jersey Drive, I already knew there had to be something bigger in play. Yeah, they stealing all of those cars, and then you have the chop shops. You know what I'm saying? You had a couple of them in Louisville back in the day. You know what I'm saying? And California was known for that real big too.
Pure War asked, "Do you guys really think that he will be impeached?" To me, it's no telling. It's no telling. You know what I mean? There's no telling if he really get it or not. But I guarantee you, the thought of it and the talk of it and the specs, the optics of it is what the white man is what the oppressor really cares about.
Right.
Whether he gets impeached or not. This is what I was telling the brother before. When they always change the president, you had one guy come up on the stage and was talking. He said, "I've been here 30 years. I haven't seen this. I haven't seen that happen in this Congress, in this White House." You be thinking they always changing these guys. These the same damn motherfuckers running the countries from 30, 40 years ago.
Right.
It's the same damn motherfuckers in charge. They try to make it like it's a democracy. We change and vote and this and that. If we change and vote and shit, then why it's the same motherfuckers in charge for 30 years?
Exactly.
So the whole 30 years, he just been impeccable record, huh?
Right.
All the 30 years. Damn racket. The same motherfuckers run the country.
Yeah, they done sat there and done grew gray. And the damn, you know what I'm saying? All they heard them turn white.
In the seat of power.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and then they prepping their sons to take on the legacy also. Yeah. Next thing you know, you see a little thing where their son is running around the goddamn earth. He done killed all the goddamn rhinos somewhere over in some country in Africa. You know what I'm saying? You know, next thing you know, his ass is next in line to become some type of official or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so they start out, like I said, they young, been grown old in the same damn thing. You know what I mean? So I couldn't tell you for a fact if he gonna get all the way impeached or not. But I can tell you one thing, that this is what they wanted.
Right. This whole impeachment thing was nothing to stir up the appetite of white people's lust for hatred against us. It's to stir it up. If he don't get impeached, it stirred it up. If he do get impeached, it stirred it up. You know what I'm saying? Either way it goes, it's a two-edged sword in this. You know what I'm saying? He don't get impeached. It just sparked their appetite. You know what I'm saying? The lust for blood. You know what I'm saying? It's like a goddamn piranha. You know what I'm saying? Or a shark. You know, you throw some, the shark's cool and everything for a little while. You throw a little blood in there and see how he whips into a frenzy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even though, it ain't no meat in there yet, but his appetite is sparked. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what it's like. That's what they doing. They throwing, they throwing blood in the water to stir up the damn sharks against blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Because it seemed like they tried the other angle, which is try to make it look like we crazy terrorists running around shooting up delis. Come on, that didn't work. Right. So they do some other things too.
Right.
They got many plans. They got think tanks that think about this type of stuff.
Right.
That just sit and go to work every day and just sit and say, okay, what's the next topic that we need to think about and talk about? Okay, the black people. Okay, that's the topic for today. Let's talk. And then they sit there and talk about it. And he has his science specialist to bring his statistics, and he goes up there and does a little chart. Okay, well, we see black people are getting more and more, black conscience at 67% on around the world, and it's causing this problems and this and that. The crime is going down, but the abortions are steady, and this and that. And they bring up all the shit about black people. He does his report. Okay, thanks. He sits down and they talk about it, and then another guy comes up and he gives his report. Well, black people is this and that, and they're joining this and doing that and becoming more Republicans. It's only a small percentage, and they just sit there and talk about what we're doing,
right,
and what they're going to do against us.
Right.
It's called a think tank.
Right, and America has about 1,200 of them.
Exactly.
And I'm proud of the number. This is the number that I seen back in 2007, though. Hell, it's 2019 now. Get ready to turn 2020. So just imagine how many they got now. They had 1,200 back then.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
When I was in college, I was taking a city planning class. Where city planning is, you look about the future of how cities are going to be built and how you should build them and this and that. And the guy who was the teacher, the whole topic of the whole class was about black people. Black people coming out the South and moving into cities. We watched a whole hour-long video about black people coming from the South into cities like Chicago and Detroit, and they made project buildings for black people. They kept them out of certain neighborhoods. Then this happened in the projects, and then because of the projects, they had rats and roaches infested and rats and this and that. They tried to get out the projects and go here and go that. They had to stop them from moving out of neighborhoods. Then they let them into the neighborhoods, and then they was talking about that when I was in college.
Right.
So they're talking about it every damn where.
Yeah.
They're talking about black people everywhere. You thinking white people at your job ain't talking about black people?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
You think they're not sitting when they around their own circles? They're not discussing solely black people,
right,
and Hispanic people,
and they talk different when they amongst themselves. We be thinking, people are just people and all of that. They talk among themselves. They never talk like that. They don't sit there and say things like people are just people. You know what I'm saying? If you want proof on this, just think about some of the times that you sat in certain atmospheres where they were the majority and it was only like one or two or three of you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The vibe is totally different.
Right. They don't have to appease you now. You know what I'm saying? Because it's only three of y'all. You know what I'm saying? So now they can start to be more of themselves now.
That's when you'll get the little slick jokes, microaggression things.
Right.
They saying little slick stuff. Like, yeah, yo. They laugh at each other.
Right.
Because they saying yo and they know you black and they try to make it seem like,
Right. And it's inside jokes among each other.
Right.
And all of that.
Right.
So now you get insight into how they, how they are when it's just them. They ain't talking all this world unity bullshit. They talk that shit to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If it's like 30 of you and 50 of them, then they'll act a little more kind. You know what I'm saying? You know, they ain't gonna show they face like that. But let it be 5 of you and 45 of them. Then you'll see a whole change then. Look, all of a sudden, white women will grab their purses and other people will see it and start laughing. You know what I'm saying? Real dope.
Right.
You know, things like that. They'll start to do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And don't let you be at one of these places where white people usually, you know, are at a place that's known for, you know, white people being there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, some tourist spot or something. Let you be in some type of tourist spot. Watch how they start to act there. Watch that. Because they already looking at you like, what the hell are you doing here? You know what I'm saying? You enjoying your little goddamn vacation just like they do. You know what I'm saying? You know, and they hate the fact that you're enjoying the same vacation spot as they enjoy. Because your vacation, you're supposed to be in some type of goddamn, you know, rat hole some goddamn work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
While they enjoying the palm trees and the crystal blue waters. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to be somewhere, you know what I'm saying, around a bunch of goddamn concrete. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or
right.
some type of ghetto in your vacation. So they already mad because of that. Now, let you go through where they at and watch that. Give me the snatch of their purse and looking at you all silly, locking their goddamn doors and all of that. And they'll do it in front of other whites so they can laugh.
Yeah. Or what they do is a lot of times also they'll all look at you. Like all the white people, they'll all look at you like like you're an alien or you're like like they looking at some critter from outer space or something. Like they just seen a zoo monkey or something on the loose. They just look at you like, what the fuck y'all looking at? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You get that type of vibe, like, what the fuck y'all looking at? Like it's a family of them or something. You know what I mean? Or like you said, it's multiple of them. So and they'll all look at you. Like, whoa. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
And you know what? Also, too, at least 70% of those people have black friends that'll be doing that. You know, they have black friends and they, you know what I'm saying, regular life, but will still treat you like that when they in that type of set.
Right. Like it was a good saying. One dude said, he was like, I like black people. And he was like, you like every black person? He's like, okay, I take that. I don't like every black person, but you know what I mean. Yeah, exactly. We know what you mean. You try to say, like white people try to say, like, I love everybody. You don't fucking love everybody.
Right.
So every single black person you've ever met, you love them all.
Right.
Come on now. It'd be the same white person that was bullied by some, nigga and kid, some black kid in middle school, and they hate him. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or some white girl who had a black girl beat up or something, and she hate her.
Right.
But they sit there and tell you, I love all black people. I love everybody. I love everybody. Come on with that bullshit.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's definitely never the case.
And the only time when they have these black friends, some of the time it's either the black friend with somebody that played basketball with them, or sold them drugs.
But you know what? I'm not even seeing a lot of black people and white people friends lately.
That's a good.
I'm not seeing a lot of them lately. Like a lot of that wall. Like they can't fake it. I guess, and they're not trying to fake it no more. But I ain't been seeing a lot of them lately. Go ahead.
I mean, cause we in the streets. I mean, they got it in school. I'm pretty sure. Like you said, they play basketball together. They want to, like growing up. When I was growing up, you always want to go to your white friend's house, cause you go in there, he got everything. He got all the food. He got all the games and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, I know.
They going on field trips and shit.
Right.
Shit, I remember when I was a kid, I went over to a white kid's house one time, and but I always felt weird over there.
Oh God!
Cause it seemed like they act weird. It seemed like they weird. You know what I mean? Like they try to be all nice and stuff. But it's like they really fake, to be honest.
Right.
I guess maybe I was seeing through it when I was a kid. Like, you really don't, like me like that. You know what I mean? Like they're just trying to be nice, or maybe they're trying to be too nice. Something about that. I wasn't feeling. I'm like, something's up with these people, man. I never really was real easy, like felt easy just being over their house. Like just, yeah, I love it over here. I was kicking over here all the time. Like it was always uneasy, at least for me when I was with their ass. You know, maybe it's, you know, maybe it's the spirit of the Lord.
They hated me.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie.
Reality, we natural enemies. It just is what it is. We ain't know that back then because we shit. A lot of the times we would be, you know, trying to make it like, I mean, hell, I was in gangs where we had, you know, white gang members that was along with us. You know, it's awfully funny because when it came to a fight, we'd all beat ass together and everything. But I noticed something. When they having them little parties and shit like that, when it's fun time, and they got the bitches and got the, you know what I'm saying, all of that, they wasn't informing us. You know what I'm saying? When it's all fun, you know what I'm saying? When it's time for a fight, though, they want to go get their black friends. You know what I'm saying? Well, we go over there. It was similar like the story that you told when you went. They was there having all pizza at the college and everything. Yeah. Me and Karai would just show the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Boom, 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 knocking on the damn door. We come in. You know what I'm saying? They blowing all kind of weed, got all kind of drinks, got all these goddamn women there. You know what I'm saying? Like damn. You know what I'm saying? Y'all motherfuckers are supposed to tell us about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. And because Karai, he was notorious for that. Well, he didn't give a damn. He didn't impose on anybody's party. Blue, blue. He didn't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Damn. Me and this dude was like, you know how they have, what was it, Party Hunters or something? What was it? Like some type of show like that?
Party Crashers or something?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Wedding Crashers.
Yeah, we was the real dudes that really was doing that for real.
That was a real life wedding.
Right. We knew where all the parties was. You know what I'm saying? We could have read our own magazine or something like that. Pointing out party spots because we knew every goddamn thing. We knew where the Asians party at, the Cubans. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? The Arabs. I mean, shit, we would crash all them type of parties, too. Dead serious. We come over there, you know what I'm saying? Now, we at the door. Now, they can't turn us away. We are not going to do it. Motherfuckers will get quiet and shit.
Right.
They be like, that's more in our deal.
Shoot. I ain't never really went to too many white parties or Caucasian parties, oppressors parties. Coming up or nothing like that. Like I said, one that was I was in college and they was all taking all the dorm room money and buying their own pizzas and wings with it and sodas and shit and not telling nobody but keeping to themselves. There's some sneaky some sneaky bastards, man.
We figured these motherfuckers owed us. Because we fighting with these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? We always had a little thing, you know. One of us, you know, that's in the gang got into it with somebody. Everybody come and get into it. You know what I'm saying? So when it's time to eat the fruits of the labors and get all the glory and shit like that, we should be, you know what I'm saying, in on that also.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? We should have first dibs on the bitches. And, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, we fighting together. Right.
But,
shit.
Well, yeah, it's definitely healthy to have a good distance between these people, man.
Right.
Because nowadays it's getting worse and worse and worse. Like you were saying, how when you was a kid, y'all used to sell candy in white neighborhoods,
right? With
these dudes, and they'd drop y'all off in white neighborhoods with boxes of candy. Y'all go from door to door in these white neighborhoods and make a killing.
Right.
I wouldn't even trust to do that now.
No.
Take a gang of black kids with candy and go to a white neighborhood and have them go door to door selling candy. I wouldn't even trust them to do that shit now. You probably leave with 20 kids, come back with 16.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, this is gonna be ugly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the hatred wasn't so outward back then. People act like, you know, we got it so much better now. And I never had a goddamn ratio when I did that for a couple of years. You know what I'm saying? Sold that candy and stuff like that, door to door. Did it here in Indianapolis, in Lexington, Kentucky, in Louisville, of course. Damn, went to Columbus, Indiana, and that's when she made a killing there too. You know what I'm saying? We was in the rich neighborhoods, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and they will be like, man, I can't believe, you know, they should not taking advantage of y'all like that. You know, these would be devils. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe that, you know what I'm saying, that the dude's taking, they felt sorry for us and everything. They give us $10, $20 donation. Be like, I don't want to buy nothing but here. This is for you. Nowadays, let you do that now.
Yeah.
They'll be happy that you being oppressed and crushed like that. You know what I'm saying? The thought of somebody oppressing you like that. Back then, they had a little bit of, you know, compassion for you. They like, man, y'all being, you know, y'all little young kids, you know, they taking advantage of y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Nowadays, they might pull out a gun and talk about
Right.
get off my lawn.
Right.
Get off my lawn.
Right.
He done knocked him on the ground, talking about get off my lawn, I'm gonna
Right.
shoot you. While he got him on the ground, pinned down with a gun in his face.
Right.
You know what I mean? Following by trying to be like a cop,
Right.
like a vigilante and shit,
Right.
trying to be George Zimmerman again.
Right. Get away from my door, nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah.
now they believe that they're, you know what I'm saying, they're being oppressed. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, Donald Trump made all of them believe that they being oppressed, that white society is being, you know, being oppressed. And they're the victim. Even though they still own all the goddamn wealth, you know what I'm saying? Somehow they're the victim. So now that makes them angry towards us. And like you said, we couldn't trust, you know, a situation where the kids nowadays, 14, 15 years old, could go to some white neighborhood and sell a goddamn thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know?
And like I said, I haven't been seeing a lot of I still have been seeing some black women still trying to run behind the oppressor. I have been seeing that still a little bit here and there. But I haven't been seeing, like, you know, the cool white guy, you know, he's hood or something, and he's hanging out with blacks and stuff like that. I haven't really been seeing that, at least in this hood. I don't know where you know, what's going on in every hood across the country, but in this hood, I haven't been seeing it like that. You know what I mean?
This hood right here, you know.
Yeah.
This is the dirty. It's a little more, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The dirty dime right here.
Yeah, so motherfuckers ain't trying to save face for the white man out around here. You know what I mean?
Right.
But definitely let us know, man, that you still seeing, you know, blacks and whites trying to be friends and stuff in your hood or in your neighborhood or in where your circles where you be at. One y'all said white people are going to respond with hatred toward black people like we actually had something to do with his impeachment. Damn right.
Who said that, sir?
One y'all.
Okay.
One y'all. You know the brother do the music.
Oh, come got Dope B.
Dope B. Yeah.
It's Dope B right there.
Oh, yeah? Hey.
Right.
Dope B.
Right.
Up.
Right.
Yeah.
My nigga right there.
You got something you want to drop?
Oh yeah, somebody saying you racist, not I.S.U.P.K. I am. Nah, I'm talking shit. Nah.
He said we racist.
I don't know what he's saying. He said,
I mean, come on, dude. It's 2020. It's got to be 2020. America hates blacks more now than damn near they did 10 years ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they was arresting black people out of a Starbucks. You forgot about that?
All right.
Black dudes were sitting in the Starbucks waiting for their friend to show up. They called the police on them and had them arrested. They're just sitting there like, what's going on? The cops like, come with us. You're under arrest. For what? You understand? Like, that's been going on. Like, I mean, there's so many racist incidents that didn't happen in the last, like, 10, 15 years that it's insane.
Right.
And you sitting there talking about we racist?
Damn.
I mean, we'd have logically, we would have no choice but to love our own people.
Right.
We have no choice.
One of our problems is we forget so easy, though.
Mm-hmm.
We get mad for 1 week. We'll riot in a city. And then 7 days later, we done forgot. We ain't even mad no more. We done forgot. You know what I'm saying? When white people won't even forgive Mike Vick or O.J. Simpson.
Right. And Mike Vick didn't even kill them damn dogs.
Right.
He just somebody he knew was using some property that he owned.
Right.
And he owned property all over the damn place.
Right.
They just stuck it on him.
Right.
He wasn't even the one doing the shit.
Right. And dog, fighting before Mike Vick, it would only cost you a fine. I mean, dog fighting is a big industry, especially down in places like Tennessee and Kentucky and stuff like that.
Yeah, his was in Georgia, or the thing where he got his property got wrapped up in was in Georgia.
Man, you know, I knew but this devil dude, you know, this old devil, he had been fighting dogs his whole life. You know what I'm saying? He put all of his kids through college and all of that. He never worked a job, never in his life. He was like, this man was about 70-something years old. You know what I'm saying? He had been fighting dogs since he was in his early teens and got pretty much kind of wealthy off of it. He put all of his kids through college and all of that.
Damn.
All types of houses, you know, and he told me, he's like, hell,
right.
We go down, and one of his main places he like to go was Tennessee. You know, he's like, hell, we get busted or whatever. He's like, we just, you know what I'm saying, pay off a little fine or whatever, and then the game, you know, the game still began. You know,
right.
Mike Vick is the only person I know to do prison time over a goddamn dog fight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
First person ever. And that stuff is real big in the South. And it's never been even looked at as a crime like that.
I heard it was big here in Indiana too, in the Midwest too.
I mean,
my big brother said it used to be back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Probably slow down on it now.
Right. I can certainly believe that, because I mean, hell, you know, whatever's big in Kentucky, a lot of times is big in Indiana too, and Tennessee. You know, they just, you know.
Yeah, they're kind of similar.
Right.
Similar vibe of places.
Right.
Especially the country areas.
Right.
You know?
Right. They go to them, you know what I'm saying, woods. They'll find a place in the woods, and that's where the fights will go down. And, you know, the cops was even there betting.
Damn.
There's cops was even there, you know, betting and stuff like that. Hell, some of the cops was working security for the dog fights. But then Mike Vick, you know what I'm saying, he wasn't even probably directly in the dog fight thing. I mean, hell, he didn't need to do that. He just used his partners and everything.
Right. I mean, when is he going to fight dogs? In between running plays and at football practice and on the news and traveling around the country to play fucking games all the damn time?
Right.
Oh, I guess in between that is when he's out, you know, playing around with damn dogs and shit. I mean, he ain't had time to do that. He wasn't doing that.
Right.
He's halfway in the Super Bowl and shit. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, we playing the Super Bowl. Oh, we got a dog fight tomorrow. I'll be there. Come on, man. He's traveling, going around the country, being in the NFL.
Right, exactly.
The hell is he ain't running around trying to, you know, increase the dog fighting thing.
Right. He's making a lot more money in the NFL than what the dudes that was fighting the dogs. These dudes, they made good money by our standards.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? By street nigga standards, you balling. You know what I'm saying? You raising these dogs and you fighting them and all of that, and raising these pits and selling them and all of that. You know, that stuff that niggas do in the hood. Why would he do that when he could just go around the goddamn country and get, you know what I'm saying? He got contracts for such and such $1 million a goddamn year. He's one of the best fucking quarterbacks. Shit. In my opinion, he's certainly around the best quarterback ever. You know what I'm saying? In the NFL, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And of course, he was getting paid like it.
Yeah, you know his jersey, the Mike Vick jersey was so damn big when he was coming out. Like, that was the #1 selling jersey in the NFL. That number 7 jersey,
right.
#1 jersey. Everybody had that. That was like the flyest jersey to have, the Mike Vick jersey. Yeah, I mean, he had commercials, TV deals, shoe deals. I mean, what time? When has he got time to go run around and play with the damn dogs?
Right.
And have them fight. Yeah, man. Right. So, like I said, it wasn't even him that was really the ringleader on that. It was just happening on property that he owned.
Right.
By some people he knew.
Right.
Loosely, you know what I mean? Not even people that, you know, he was like business partners, great, you know, hand in hand with them.
Yeah, it was like entourage type deal. An entourage type deal. A lot of times, we'll just right quick, you know, like certain celebrities and everything, they have these entourages. Some of the niggas they don't even know. You know what I'm saying? They just know him through association of somebody that they actually do know.
Right.
But they don't even know him.
Right, go ahead.
No, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say it was his cousin.
That's what I heard too.
You know what I'm saying?
I heard it was his cousin
doing this shit.
He wasn't doing it by himself.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? His cousin wasn't just doing it all by himself. Because he ain't gonna have that big of a crime if it's one guy doing it. You know what I mean? You know, it was probably a crew of guys.
Right. And I'll bet you he was dealing with white people, you know what I'm saying, in the dog fighting. When you start putting thousands up on the dog fights and stuff like that, you're gonna bump into the devil. He in on it too. It's just like gambling, you know what I'm saying? Going to the casinos and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to have a little dice game, you know what I'm saying, at your house or whatever. But then when you start to do things big gambling, who you gonna be around? Devils, and they gambling too. You know what I'm saying? The same thing, when you start putting them thousands of dollars up, you're gonna bump into the devil. He gonna bring his dog, you know what I'm saying, to fight your dog, you know what I'm saying? Or you gonna be buying puppies from him or something like that. You're gonna be dealing with him, you know what I'm saying? You start putting thousands of dollars up, you know what I'm saying? And then drugs will go into the play and all of that stuff, everything that come along with it. There'll be a train coming behind that, a train of crime.
Right, that's what I was saying. Like, it ain't no one man operation. Like, his cousin, he can't fight dogs by himself. You got to have a whole bunch of other dudes who got dogs too. Because who the hell you gonna fight?
Right.
You gonna get your own dogs, just have them fight, and you gonna bet yourself? I mean, you got at least 15, 20 other people that's a part of this.
Right.
And they got dogs, and the crew of guys. These guys got dogs. You all come together and all bet on it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, that's at least 30, 40 people just like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Let alone any other spectators. So
right.
Where was all they at? Where did all them get locked up? I mean, when was the big crime bust on these dog fighting niggas?
Right.
I mean, if it's such a big dog fighting ring and it been going on and it's so big and bad, it should have been a whole bust of people.
Right.
It should have been a whole 35 people busted behind this dog fight.
Right.
But it all became just my thing.
Right. White people been fighting dogs for hundreds of years. That's one of the reasons why they start breeding them in certain kind of ways.
Yeah. The Cane Corso?
Right.
Not the Cane Corso. It's another dog.
What are the short pits?
Persa Canario. That's a new breed that them white Aryan motherfuckers fucking created to dogfight.
Right.
It's like a pit bull, just taller, built, look a little different. It's called a Persa Canario. They just put that motherfucker together to fight dogs.
Right.
For white Aryan motherfuckers to fight dogs.
Right. Hitler breeded the Rottweiler. You know, that was his dog. You know what I'm saying? You know, I remember an old Russian, German, it was a German game, you know what I'm saying, way back in the day, where they would send the dogs after you, the Rottweilers, you had to kill them and all of that.
Damn.
Dead serious. Way back in the day, you know, that was the German dog right there. You know, they breeded certain dogs to fight this and certain dogs to fight that, you know.
Right.
And everybody wanted to have a breeding contest of who can make the toughest dog.
Right.
And these were white people. White people been doing this for a long time. You know what I'm saying? They know damn near the purpose of every different type of dog. You know what I'm saying? Black people, if we breed dog, we breed it for fighting, but we don't even understand the other functions of, you know what I'm saying? They understand it well. You know what I'm saying? They make, you know, the goddamn Caucasian Shepherd. You know what I'm saying? That dog is mainly made to kill wolves. You know what I'm saying? He goes and he destroys wolves. And that's his purpose. That's why they're so big and so strong. You know what I'm saying? And one of them goddamn dogs, you know, can take out 3 wolves and shit. Them some big goddamn dogs and they don't play.
I seen them Russian motherfuckers, ain't
Right.
I seen them.
Georgia, Russia, the Caucasus Mountains.
Yeah, they actually got a couple breeds out of that are like that. There's one called the Alibi. There's one called you said the Caucasian Shepherd. Yeah, that one. There's another one called like the of Chonka. It might be the same dog. We just got the Russian name or something. But they got a couple dogs out there in Russia that's, you know, built similar.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Tibetan Mastiff. That's a damn beast also. That Tibetan Mastiff ain't no goddamn joke.
Go ahead, Ward.
One of the brothers, you know, he said they even fought their slaves to death. Yet alone dogs.
Damn right.
Right, yeah. They always been, you know what I'm saying, the Olympic Games and everything. And
if I could, not only that, they be like somebody just brought it out. I remember on Facebook. A good point. All these pictures of white people shooting up animals, shooting up lions and tigers and bears and giraffes and hunting antelopes, goops, all these different animals all over the world
For sport.
For sport. So what the hell about them when they need to go to jail too?
Right.
These are such animal activists and rights and this and that. They need to go to hell too.
Right.
Go to jail too.
Yeah, they need to go to hell too. They need to be put in destruction.
Right.
What about the Chinese dog festivals though that they have?
I hate
where they killing thousands of goddamn dogs and having feasts on them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
I hate looking at that shit. They be tearing them dogs up, man.
Right.
Go ahead, what?
This other day I seen where you got two white boys. They cut the dog's ear off.
Yeah, they've been circulating that on Facebook. And that's kind of older thing, but they've been circulating it.
That's the one. But they ain't gonna they got a ticket.
Yeah, but certain things, I be wondering what makes it resurface on the Facebook, or what makes it resurface on the internet. You know, you ever notice stuff like that? Like something would just be on everybody's Facebook. Like, what made this come around and just be everybody seeing this today?
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't trust them Facebook motherfuckers. You know, them so-called Jewish motherfuckers running that Facebook.
Oh yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg and all this motherfuckers, you know. Hamburgers. Mark Hamburger, whatever. All these damn motherfuckers, man. You can't trust it. You can't trust it, man. It's same with your phone when you talk about certain shit and then it come on your phone.
Right.
Or does the advertisement come on your phone?
Right.
I remember the first time that happened to me, I was like, what the?
Me too.
I was talking about, I was at the slavery at the morning shift talking to some dude about Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I ain't never talked about Yu-Gi-Oh cards since I was a kid. But somehow we talked about Yu-Gi-Oh and that came up. And we was talking about Yu-Gi-Oh cards. The very next day, that next morning, I look on my phone and they had a sale for Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Like they were trying to sell me Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I'm like, damn, hold up now. Out of everything could be advertising on this damn timeline, it's going to advertise Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Right. And I just talked about it yesterday. Right. And I never seen you get Davey. It allows access to your microphone. They got that dude. There's this dude who's like the most famous whistleblower behind a lot of this tech shit. He's a white dude named Mark Snowden, Eric Snowden, and he's kicked out the country. If he come back, he's gonna go to jail for life. He's in Russia. Russia gave him asylum and shit. And he's a whistleblower. Like he leaked a whole bunch of documents and told about everything they can do with the phones and how they surveilling shit, listening to your calls, listening to everything, looking at your emails, checking everything you're doing. He basically told how they're doing this stuff and they got the capabilities.
When you download an app, it tells you.
Yeah, you want access to your
microphone, everything, camera, or you can't download it if you say no. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everything says it. Every app you download, the email, So you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Wow. But the iPhone, you know what I'm saying? Like RC9, everybody know. I mean, you know they know that I ain't nobody important. We know they watching. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, basically they gonna do they watching. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. I mean, but you know, we ain't really. That's not for us to be worried about.
Oh hell no.
I ain't worried about shit. They can watch all they fucking want.
That's right.
Watch that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, we. That's why it's important. That's what to keep the law, statute, commandments, getting this UPK, because you ain't going. I mean, being a criminal, that type of stuff is damn near done for.
Right.
I was looking at the other day. I was watching something where these dudes were car thieves and stuff like that. But I'm thinking, because they had the undercover was sitting there watching the neighborhood and following them all damn day. I'm like, okay, you got these cops. They get paid to just follow you and watch you all day.
Yeah.
You don't get paid to just sit all day. You eventually got to go do your crimes.
Right.
So all they got to do is just sit and wait because they're getting paid. They're on the clock. This is not their car. They're getting paid. They're getting gas. All they got to do is just sit and watch you all day. If you're a criminal, you're eventually going to go do a crime to get your money up. You can't just be like, all right, I can't do no crimes, but I'm a criminal. So all they gotta do is just wait and watch.
Right.
Follow you around all day. Eventually you go do a crime, then they pull up.
Right.
And that's what they was doing.
Yeah.
That's what they was doing.
They know niggas gotta pay child support,
Uh-huh.
stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Go ahead.
What? They'll sell you drugs.
Oh yeah.
They'll knock you up.
They'll buy from you too.
Goddamn, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fake cars.
Louisville narcotics officers was known, man. They was seriously known for that. They was some dirty ass dudes. For real.
Yeah.
I remember dude locked my brother up. This dude had on a damn wig, like he was a woman, and sitting in the passenger seat of a car. You know what I'm saying? And that's back when my brother, he was young and everything. You know how, dudes be young and they running up with dope and everything, you know what I'm saying, to sell it. Well, my brother runs up, and dude turned around, and those goddamn officers swinging. He thought there was he thought it was a female. He was dressed like a woman.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Like, they get paid to just sit around and wait to catch you on a crime.
Right.
Come on, man. How you gonna beat that when you ain't getting no steady money? Like, oh, I get steady money to be this criminal, so I can wait. I can do the waiting game just as much as this cop.
Right.
Like, you can't afford to do the waiting game with the fucking cop.
Right. Yeah, he could fail many times.
Yeah.
All we gotta do is slip up once. You know what I'm saying? We slip up one time, and that could be us. That's why the dope dealers a lot of times is way smarter than the cops. You know what I'm saying? But the cop can fail many damn times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and they got more time to keep
right
following you, or keep getting at you.
And then they gather more intelligence, gather more information.
Yep. See who you meet, who you talk with, follow that guy. Maybe get him arrested, and then he might tell on you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, this is Take Ground Radio, I.S.U.P.K, 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander GEN.YAHANNA. Lord will, whatever's going on is going to happen. If Trump get impeached, that's what he deserves. If he don't get impeached, that's what he deserves too. He's staying there, and, continue to be a devil in there. Hopefully, he stress and age himself to death. You understand, Lord will. You know what I'm saying? Christ is going to return. World War III is coming, regardless of what happens with him. But also that these heathens going to come down on us like ever before. So it's time for us to tool up with the law, statute, commandments of the Lord, with the brotherhood of the Israelite school, UPK, man. Anything you want to say on that last statement?
Right. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we, regardless of, like what Kevin was saying, regardless of the way things go, the white man's still going to be the devil. Say they impeach him or whatever, and they put somebody else. What they going to put one of his sons? You know what I'm saying? They can put one of his sons in the office.
All right.
And that son will be worse than his father was. Remember, they had a thing with them poaching all over the earth. They was killing them elephants and all of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? These dudes are the damn savages. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They the savage representation of their father. You know what I'm saying? So Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we don't need to be celebrating if he get impeached and all of that stuff. I.S.U.P.K, we can because we got some understanding. But they think that, they're going to celebrate and everything like things is going to get better and white people going to stop being racist because of this. They're going to get more racist. You know what I'm saying? Imagine how sad that'd be if they impeached Donald Trump and then they took it, well, his son, whatever now. You know what I'm saying? He's the next line for president. You know what I'm saying? Now he got control of state power and all of that, the police, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Things could get rough. You know what I'm saying? And then they don't impeach him. Like I said, it's just like throwing blood in the water, even though, you know what I'm saying, the shark like to eat flesh and tear it, you know what I'm saying? Just throw the blood there. They ain't gonna get no meal off of that, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, it sparked their appetite. So, I mean, it's a double-edged sword either way it go. That's why you got to get into the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge.
That's right.
Damn right. Damn right. The future is definitely dim for this kingdom. Yeah, I mean, it's time for us to rise up. With that said, Shalom. Professor is